You almost don't go to the recital. Your ankle has been swollen for a week and your coach told you to rest. But Maya texts you at 7 p.m. I saved you a seat front row, don't you dare bail. And that's that. You've been dancing together since you were 9. The kind of friendship where you finish each other's sentences and cry at the same parts of movies. She's the first person you call when something good happens. And when something bad happens, too. Liam is in the recital. 8 months in. Long enough that it feels real. You watch him from the front row. When he spots you, he breaks into the private smile. The one that used to feel like it was only for you. Used to. You don't know that yet. Tonight you just clap and the three of you go out for late night food. And everything feels exactly like it always has. That's the thing about the moment before everything changes. It never announces itself. It starts with a feeling you can't name. Maya's texts come back slower. Not ghosting, just a half-second delay that wasn't there before. She cancels twice in 1 week, both times with reasons you can't argue with. Reasons that still sit wrong in your chest. Liam seems fine. Attentive. Present. Says the right things. But there's a new thing. He reaches for his phone and angles the screen away. Just slightly. Just enough. You almost say something. More than once. The words get to the back of your throat and dissolve. Because what would you even say, I have a feeling? Feelings make you look crazy, so you stay quiet, you smile, you keep showing up. The showcase is a big deal. Annual, photographed, remembered. You're performing. Maya is performing. Liam is coming to watch, except Liam doesn't show up. You scan the crowd 3 times. You text from the wings. Nothing. You go on anyway because the music starts and your body knows what to do, even when your mind is somewhere else. Afterward, backstage, you're surrounded by noise and flowers and you keep checking your phone. Maya isn't backstage either. You find them outside. Not doing anything, just standing closer than they need to be, talking in low voices that stop the moment they see you. And the way they both look, that split second of adjustment, faces rearranging, you know that look. You've made it before, when you were hiding something. There you are, Liam says. You were incredible. Maya smiles and says nothing. You hug him. You say thank you. And somewhere inside you, something quiet and certain breaks. You don't confront them. Maybe you're still hoping you're wrong, and you know that once you say it out loud, there's no going back to the life you had before. So you watch instead. You start cataloguing things you would have ignored a month ago. Maya volunteering to pick Liam up when his car is being serviced. Liam knowing which coffee order is hers without asking. You've known Maya since you were 9. You taught Liam her coffee order. The confirmation comes on a Tuesday, which feels wrong. Something like this should happen on a dramatic night. It should storm. Instead, it's just Tuesday afternoon. You go to Maya's flat to return a jacket. You have a key. You've always had a key. And you let yourself in because she isn't answering. You hear voices from the kitchen. You stand in the hallway, then you walk in. They don't hear you coming. He has his hand on her face in the careful, tender way he used to touch yours, and she's looking up at him like he's the only person in the room. You stand there for 3 full seconds. You count them. You don't know why. Then you say, very quietly, "Oh, there's no screaming, no crying, not in front of them." You say, "I'm going to need a minute." You put the jacket on the counter, you walk out. Liam follows. He knocks on the car window. Crying, says it happened gradually. He didn't plan it. He didn't want to hurt you. You look at him through the glass and realise you're not angry at him. You're angry at her because Liam was your boyfriend. Maya was your person. Those are not the same category of loss. She texts that evening. Long, careful, full of the right words. She says she fought it for months and she knows there's nothing she can do to fix it. You read it twice. Put your phone face down. The next morning, your first instinct is to text Maya, because something terrible happened and she is the person you call when something terrible happens. Then you remember. You stop dancing for 3 weeks, not because of the ankle. You just can't walk into that building and see the space where everything used to make sense. Then one afternoon, you go back. Early, empty studio, lights not fully up. You put your headphones in and move. A guy from the hip-hop division finds you mid-session. "Sorry," he says. "I can come back." "No, it's fine." He introduces himself. Saul. He asks if you compete or dance for yourself. You say both. He says he's never seen anyone dance like they were having an argument with the air. You almost laugh. First almost laugh in 3 weeks. Don't stop, he says. He sits against the wall and works on his own choreography. 2 strangers in a half-lit studio not talking. It's the most normal you've felt in a month. You're careful with Sol. You know what you're doing. Finding someone new to fill the shape of the old wound. He deserves better than that. So do you. One afternoon he asks why you seem like you're always slightly somewhere else. I'm rebuilding something, you tell him, and I'm not sure what it's going to look like yet. He says, I can wait. You say it might be a while. He says, I know. 6 weeks later, Maya pushes a letter under your door. Actual paper. She writes about the day you met. 2nd year of primary school, both reaching for the same book at the same time. Every significant moment with the specificity of someone who was actually paying attention. She writes, you were the best thing in my life for 17 years and I burned it down. She doesn't ask for forgiveness. That's the part that almost gets you. You fold it, put it in a drawer. Not the bin. You don't know what that means yet. 4 months later, the next showcase. The night before, Liam texts, heard you're performing. You'll be incredible. You always are. You put your phone on charge and go to sleep. The lights come up. You don't look for anyone in the crowd. You dance like you have nothing left to lose. Because you don't. You land the turn you've been chasing for months. The crowd reacts. You finish, you breathe, and then you see them. Front row, together. Maya's head on Liam's shoulder, his hand over hers. They actually came. You stand there under the lights and something strange happens. You feel nothing. No anger, no tears, just a cold, quiet clarity. You walk backstage. Saul is waiting for you in the corridor. He's holding your jacket and he's smiling and he starts to say something, but he stops when he sees your face. They're here, you say. He nods slowly. I know. I saw them come in. Something about the way he says it makes you go still. You knew they were coming? He looks at you carefully. Too carefully. Maya called me, he says, 2 weeks ago. She wanted to know if you were okay. She asked me to look out for you. The corridor goes quiet. She's the one who told me which studio you'd be in that first morning, he says. She said you needed someone and she couldn't be that person anymore. You hear the words, you let them settle. Maya didn't just write you a letter. She didn't just feel guilty and disappear. She found someone to stand in the gap she left. She engineered the one good thing that came out of the wreckage, and she did it without letting you know because she knew you'd reject it if you did. Your best friend, even at the end of it, even after everything, still looking out for you. You go back out to the front of house. The crowd is thinning. You scan the room. Maya is standing by the exit, alone. Liam is somewhere behind her. She's not looking for you. She's leaving, quietly, the way she came. She always did know when to give you space. You watch her reach the door and then, before you can think about it, you say her name. She turns around. The distance between you is everything that happened. All of it. The kitchen on a Tuesday. The 3 weeks you couldn't dance. The drawer where the letter still lives. You look at her for a long moment. Then you say, the only thing that's true. I know what you did. She goes very still. Thank you. Her face breaks. Not dramatically, just quietly, the way people break when they've been holding something for a very long time. She nods once. And you turn and walk back to Saul. And you don't look back. And you don't need to. Because that's the thing about the people who really love you. Even when they burn it down, they make sure you don't freeze in the cold.